Hey everybody, what's going on? So usually Cindy and I we post what's called before and after pictures, and it's different people from different age groups and different backgrounds. Some are teachers, some are nurses, some are stay-at-home parents, some are some have been private investigators actually. Some have worked in the healthcare, all from all over the place, all different kinds of folks from all over the place. We share these stories. I think stories are powerful because they resonate with certain people. I'm sure if I had saw something about a private investigator, that probably would have drawn my attention. Like, oh, so this investigator had health problems, and that this worked for him. And so that's why one of the reasons why we share some of this stuff is because you just never know who might connect to a story. And I have my story, but my story is not the only story. And so usually we share those. And today I wanted to share a story about Bill and Cindy Fulcher, and I'll have some pictures up here so you can see Bill and Cindy. We met them on the way to our cruise. That's why I kept this background, because it reminded me of that time. And we were coming out of the hotel because we're going to get on this big bus to that was going to take us over to the ship. And so we met them. We were staying next to them, getting waiting to board. And I remember her name because her name was Cindy, and that was easy to remember because my wife's name's Cindy, and Bill. And anyways, so we ended up getting on this big bus, and we were sitting across from Bill and Cindy, and Carter and I were sitting next to each other, and we kept talking. And I love learning about people, and I was asking him, like how long you been doing this program? How'd you get involved? Um, what do you involve? Like, how long you guys been health coaches? Little things like that. And what I found out is he taught karate. I think it was Taekwondo, and he was also a veterinarian at the same time. So the guy is just a workhorse, right? And he said that he eventually wanted to retire from being a veterinarian, and I think he had actually just closed his karate school down. What he was telling me though, which was really interesting, is there was like three or four other schools, karate schools in the area. He lives in Idaho, if I remember correctly, and he had such a heart for children and kids that he literally took almost a loss. Some kids were for free, or he'd lower the prices so much. He ended up putting every karate school out of business because he just wanted to make sure everybody could participate. So he didn't make any money as a karate instructor. He just made enough money to keep it open so he could teach. Anyways, I found out he was a black belt, and of course, Carter's sitting next to me, and he's in Taekwondo, and I'm like, "Yeah, Carter over here." He's like, "Yeah, that's awesome," and he got really excited about it. And the other thing, of course, he was a veterinarian. The guy just is a workhorse, and then of course he's doing health coaching on top of that, which doesn't take that much time, but I was just like, man, I don't know how you're doing it. Anyways, so we're sitting on the van or the bus, and before we get there, he says, "Hey, I'd like to give your son something." And I'm like, "What?" And he gives him this watch, and on the watch is this little karate guy. And I said, "Well, that's very nice." He's like, "When I became a black belt, one of the teachers gave me this watch to commemorate that." He's like, "I don't ever wear it. The only reason I'm wearing it here is because my wife told me I need to have a watch if we're going to be on this ship. I need to know what time it is." And so he gives Carter this watch that he got when he got his first black belt. And Carter has treasured that watch ever since. And so Bill and Cindy have a special place in my heart. I got to see them when I was in Phoenix. We were doing a little convention thing for health coaches. So I didn't talk to him that long, but I caught up real quick. How are you doing? How's the wife? But he and his wife are just the sweetest folks. And so, anyways, the things I want to share with you about, that's actually what I remember Bill and Cindy most for. But of course, they have a health journey, and so I messaged Bill last night. It was late, and he messaged me this morning. So I just asked him, "Dude, how much have you guys lost?" Because I saw these really impactful pictures recently that he was posting, which again I should have up here, and they should be rolling. But he said I lost 65 pounds. He says my wife lost 115 pounds, and I've got to believe that Bill is probably in his 60s or 70s, and maybe his wife's around that. I don't know for sure. I didn't ask, to be honest with you. But I just think that's, gosh, it was, I think they said 125. Let's see, 100. No, that's not right. 100. I don't know. A lot. They lost a lot of weight. According to this, it would be. 180 pounds together. I mean, that's incredible. And he's busy being a veterinarian. And if you see, you probably saw already, there's some karate pictures I showed up here of him before he had lost his weight and after. So this program is really for anybody that's looking for change. And to be honest with you, I think right now is the best time to do it because we're in this environment where we're in this kind of a bubble where we're not being distracted of being invites to birthday parties or dinners and mom's inviting you over because she wants to have dinner and you felt obligated to eat stuff that maybe didn't serve you. Today's the best time. And here's the thing, it's a lifelong journey. Like Cindy and I will guide you on this program to help you lose the weight and get healthy, and you'll end up sleeping better as a byproduct of that. And you're going to have more energy because you're feeling better. And because you're feeling better, you're going to be feel more motivated to do things. Just part of it. It's just part of being healthy. Anyways, but the main thing is you have to have to make the choice to do it for yourself. Cindy and I will guide you and we'll help you, but it's a lifelong journey. It's not a diet. If you want long-lasting success, it's not a diet. It's just they call it in our program, that one of our health coaching books, they talk about going from unconscious incompetence to unconscious competence. And so, sometimes even in my own life, I didn't know that I just didn't think about it. I just go in the cupboard and I just eat whatever I wanted, and that was just what I did, and I didn't even think about it. And then as I joined this program, I started thinking more consciously about it. So even if I was making a bad decision, I was consciously making the bad decision. And then I went to consciously making good decisions. And that was like really when I started jamming on my journey to lose weight. And so I was intentionally saying, no, I don't want that. I'm going to make the right choices. And now this is still part of the program here, is to get to the point where you're like, I don't eat like that. And I don't have to, it's unconscious, right? You just don't eat like that, or you just don't do certain things, or you do certain things and that's just part of who you are. And I think that's where everybody would really thrive, in that area of this unconscious competence in life, where we don't even have to think about it. We don't have to make the decision. This is how we live, right? So anyways, this is my invitation to you. If you're looking for better health, if you're looking for more, message Cindy and I. And here's what would happen. We're gonna message you, and we're gonna arrange for a time to talk. And really, it's for us to find out what your health goals are, to learn more about you. And of course, we're going to show you what the program is, but really, it's to find out why this is so important to you. So this is my invitation to you to message us, to get that ball rolling if you're ready for change. People I follow say there's two lists. There's the vent list, and then there's the I want to change list. And either one's fine. There's no judgment. The vent list is, oh, I want to lose weight someday, or oh, I want to move someday, or if I could only, but they're not ready to do anything about it. And then there's the change list. I've had enough of it. I want to get healthier. I want to feel better. I shouldn't feel this way. I'm too young to feel this miserable, or have no energy, or sleeping all the time, or whatever your story is. But those are the two lists of people I have. So I want you to message us when you're ready to move this over. You might already be over on this other list here that's ready for change. And Cindy and I are ready to chat with you. So anyways, I wanted to share Bill's story with you. Hopefully you saw some cool pictures in this corner. I'll be putting them in this video. And thank you guys for listening. Bill's an awesome guy. Carter still has the watch. He still treasures it. Actually, the band broke. We had to get a new band, but he still wears it and loves it. And I still tell Bill all the time, hey man, he's still got that watch, so. All right, guys, you guys have a great day.